It's summary question, sorry, for unit piece CR activity 1. So for number 1, I put the physical change I think is also part of the chemical reaction change. So the physical change is when the liquid batter becomes a solid cake. Um, and then the chemical reaction happens basically the end when you take all the different elements or all the different ingredients in the cake batter combined, add heat, and the chemical reaction results in taking a liquid and forming it into a solid, which is the cake. For number 2, I would consider the baking soda mixture as a combination of a bunch of elements. On the flowchart, they explain that example that a mixture is a bunch of elements combined on a piece of paper without heat added to it. So that's why I say that baking soda is a mixture. Um, and then for the next part of number 2, I put mixtures are not considered a substance combined through chemical reactions because it's just elements combined together. For a chemical reaction to occur, it has to be heated or something else has to be added to it, changing the elements and the particles themselves. Baking soda is formed through physical change, basically just combining a bunch of different elements. And so for number 3, the questions are actually on a different page. So let me get to that page. For number 3, as far as the total ingredients, I put an element would be the zinc or the iron. A compound would probably be calcium carbonate, and a mixture would be vitamin B2, which is it's hard to read, but I'm thinking it's pyroxenide hydroxyl chloride. I'm not sure how to say that, but the B2 is in the ingredients. Then for the other part, I would say if you crush the flake of the what's in the total cereal, the little flake, and then put the ingredients through like a fine mesh strainer, got rid of the heavy ingredients that just were in the strainer. And then if you added water, I think I remember in the activity when we did the experiments that the iron was the one. I don't know if it was iron or sulfur, but I feel sulfur, but it became black, the iron. So I think there would be black or the purple smoke would happen if you added the water. So I guess that's how I would do it, but I'm not sure again how you guys would do it. For number 4, I put a combination of sugar and cinnamon as a mixture because it's literally a bunch of elements, dry elements combined together, and have not been exposed to any heat or any other substances. And I think it is possible to separate the cinnamon and sugar if they are combined. Sugar is not as fine as cinnamon, so if you took a coffee filter or a fine mesh strainer, then you could pour the combination through, and the sugar will stay in the strainer, and the cinnamon would fall right through because it is much finer. And those are my answers for the summary questions for Unit CR Activity 1.